Alright, so finally, this will not be the last part, but this will be, for now, the last part of the DD matchup chart. I'll probably will do one more after the last character's out, whoever it will be, and then all the patch notes are done. Then that'll be the final. But for now, this is just like, for now, this will be the final. So we got the ultimate characters. Starting off, we got the Inkling, and I think as the meta progresses, this character drops off, and it's much easier to deal with what this character does. The neutral isn't too bad. Like Inhale's really good in this matchup. Um, don't try to shield grab their things. This character should not be killing you. Like this character, the only way this character really gets kills is with the roller or up throw up air. And for the most part, like DD, with the way he plays, it's really hard to just get that on him. So like you should not be dying. Like you should really only be dying from like raw hits at like 200%, or you got ledge trapped from like the bombs, and then you got smash attacked at the ledge, that kind of thing. Again, the neutral's not bad. You just gotta condition them into shields with like I don't know, space them out with backers and stuff. Don't run in stupidly. Don't throw out dumb options so they could whiff punish you really easily. Don't throw out YOLO Gordos in the neutral because, again, with the way their dash works, they could just dash under it and punish you. So you gotta be careful. Again, it's just, you just gotta condition them well, inhale them a bunch. When they're at the ledge, you gotta make the most of it because they have no real good way of getting off the ledge. And their disadvantage in general is pretty bad, and you actually do a decent job at edge guarding them. So yeah, Inkling's not too bad. Alright, then we got Ridley. I think we beat Ridley slightly. This matchup is a little difficult in the neutral because Ridley's neutral is really good, surprisingly. Like he's really fast, and he has a lot of range, and his moves come out pretty fast. And he's like pretty scary. Like once he gets an opening, he does quite a bit of damage. And when we're at the ledge, it's really hard for us to get off because he has like forward tilt, fireballs when we're off stage or at the ledge. He covers jumps really well. Again, he could stay out of the threat range of jump of the Gordo get up if we go for like an aggressive ledge option. However, it's like his disadvantage is very, very bad. And it's just like, I think the reason why we win is because we kind of destroy each other, but like when DDD gets an opening, I think he gets way more out of it compared to Ridley. And unlike Ridley, we have much more disadvantage like mix-up options compared to Ridley. And Ridley at the ledge, he really cannot do anything. Like he's so big, he gets ledge trapped for free. When juggling him, he just gets juggled for free. He's so big, so he just gets hit by a lot more Gordo combos that normally would not work against smaller characters. We have the range to contest Ridley. Like Ridley can contest us with his range, but like we can do the same. We do a good job keeping him out. So it's like it's a pretty explosive matchup that I think DD does just a little bit better compared to Ridley. And then we got do I don't think I have. Wait, no, I grabbed Snake. Whoa, where was he? I don't really. It doesn't really matter. I'll put him right there. No. We'll try to figure it out. Yeah, right here. Okay, whatever. The point is, okay. So Simon, this is the character I wanted to grab. Where is he now? How did it all go so wrong? Okay. Oh my god. I should not have to explain why. This one is -2. His kit is really just built to beat heavies or characters that just cannot approach well. Just because his range is ridiculous that we can't punish it. We can't, like, even if we parry it, maybe it doesn't really matter that much. We're too slow. The projectiles aren't really even the main problem. It's the projectiles in combination with how his normals work is what makes it really hard for us to get in. Like we are really in disadvantage against this character like most of the time. Like we have to think. Like this is one of the matchups where we really have to just think 200 IQ to just get past his wall and figure out what he does to like make the most of our advantage. And even then, like when we ledge trap him, like unless like if we send him too far out, oh, you could just edge guard him. But if we choose to go for a ledge trap, he could just toss a cross backwards. So then when it comes back, it just knocks the Gordo away. So like he has a really effective way of dealing with just Gordo ledge traps. It's just again, if we do manage to get him off stage, and then it's like ha ha ha, we edge guard you and we win. When you're in disadvantage, you lose. Your disadvantage sucks, but it's like getting the neutral win is so difficult, and it's like super annoying, and it's just super tedious. Good old Simon Belmont. Okay. I got Crom. It's basically the same thing as Roy, except it's much easier because Roy has much better pressure. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Roy has like much better pressure. He kills much earlier. He's much scarier, in fact, just because his side B just kills dummy early. Uh, and then his jab backer kills stupid early. He has a slightly better recovery. Again, overall Roy is just much scarier, and that's what Crumb lacks. He's not as scary. Like he's a bit more consistent, but like he's not killing us really early, and his recovery is so much worse just because with the way his up B works, it is literally the freest kill ever. Like all it takes is just if he has to up B, just jet hammer and he just dies. So you know what Crom players are doing? They're gonna try to jump and air dodge to ledge. And what does DDD have to punish air dodges on ledge? Dash attack. So no matter how you put it, this character really it'll get to a point where he should just die when he's off stage, just because DD has so many good options to just fuck up his recovery. And again, and like I said, again, this is just Roy, but it's not as bad. So yeah. We got K Rool. So the more I play against K Rool, the more I realize we really just destroy this character because his projectiles, they're not good. Like, let's be honest. They're not good. They're super laggy. We literally just inhale him. Inhale is so broken in this matchup because he's so big. He just gets hit by it a lot. He doesn't have amazing ways to get past it. We inhale his projectiles. It's just super good. When he's off stage, we edge guard him basically for free because we have multiple jumps and a really strong back air. At the ledge, if we have to ledge trap him, he can't really get off the ledge. We juggle him for free. All we have to worry about is nair. And again, that's super easy to just read and call out and hard punish. So then he'll be thinking, oh, I can't nair now. So you'll be like air dodging and stuff. And that's what some things DDD is really good at doing. He forces air dodges, frame traps them, does landing airs after the up air and stuff. It's just so on. Like this character, DDD is really just built to fight heavies. Like DDD really is. And K Rool is just, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of good options going for him in the matchup. I will say Fair is probably the most annoying thing in this matchup I find, is just because it's so disjointed and so big, like, and it does a lot of damage and can combo into stuff at low percents, and it's safe on shield. Like his Fair is actually like busted. No one likes to admit it. Like I swear, nobody says it. Like his Fair is dumb. Okay. Alright, then we got Isabel. This is really just a villager, but it's much more tolerable because she doesn't have the Lloyd rocket that goes sideways. So she puts down a really bad down B, which is the Lloyd trap, which all you have to do is just run up and hold shield in front of it, and it just triggers the trap, and the threat is gone. You could just play neutral again. You could also down tilt it or forward tilt it, but I don't recommend both of those options because they're a little they are not consistent. Like if you forward tilt it, it might just hit your arm and you get hit by it. And if you down tilt it, sometimes it's not enough to break it, and you get hit by it. So like, again, I just recommend running up, hold shield forward to trigger it, and then yeah. So yeah, in the neutral, it really is just comes down to patience. Like inhale's pretty good. When you get advantage, you destroy her because she has very bad air drift. She doesn't have that many mix-ups besides maybe like pocket and like air dodging. But again, you could punish that, and when she's at the ledge, she can't really get off of it. You just have to not throw out stupid Gordos. You just gotta be, again, you just gotta be patient. Uh, hold shield a lot. Set her fishing rod. Like when getting past the ledge traps, we just gotta just be patient, see what she does. We have a pretty good option with the Gordo from the ledge, which is actually surprisingly effective. So yeah, and also, what if we are able to edgeguard her, you just go for it because there's no risk, and we kind of edgeguard her very hard, including Villager, because it's super slow, and there's no hitbox, so really no risk, and you may as well go for it. And yeah, so yeah, this is really just again Villager, but without the broken ass Lloyd rocket that just and also the tree. Like the tree in combination with the tree and the Lloyd rocket, it's so hard to get in on Villager, but compared to its build, it's like it's not as bad. So we're almost done with the base roster. Surprisingly, there wasn't that many new ultimate characters from just the base game. We got Ken. I think Ken is just it's better than Ryu because Ryu is more neutral base, but Ken is much more rush down, and that's like it's much better versus Dedede because he has really good buttons and combos. Like he has way better combos and stuff that do like 80% against us. Yeah, we cannot shield. Like he commits war crimes on our shield. He's much faster than Ryu. He kills much better than Ryu. He doesn't rely on his Hadouken like Ryu, so that's a big factor. His side B is much better for pressure against us. Overall, Ken is really just much better built to fight Dedede compared to Ryu, just because again Ryu is more neutral based. He plays around with Hadouken a lot more, which it's a super laggy option that Dedede has a reflector, and Ryu just gets punished for doing Hadoukens more, and he's not as fast compared to Ken. So that's why I think Ken's a -1 and Ryu's even. Okay, so we got the last one. We got Incineroar. This is the matchup where you cannot throw out dumb Gordos. Like you can't just throw them out super obvious. Like you can't just like, oh, if you're off stage, I'm gonna throw a Gordo at them to keep them from edgeguarding me. Don't do that. You will give him free revenges, and then he will proceed to do 70% in one move, and you will die super early. You have to be you can't do that. You need to play lame as shit against this character because he's so slow and his mobility is just it's terrible. It's like the worst in the game for the most part. So if you just play again the neutral, he can't do much. You just kind of outspace him with your better range. When you just edge guard him or just ledge trap him, you juggle him. You just kind of play around his options because, again, they're really predictable because he's just so slow. His advantage state isn't even that scary. Like, if he's juggling us, like, while, just like, his advantage state isn't super scary just because he's just so fucking slow, And then, so it's like, again, he is scary. Again, if we're at the ledge, like, he has down tilt 2 frames, and then he can just combo into a forward tilt, and we die, like, stupid early. It's like again, he is scary. Like again, if he gets an opening and starts like doing some combos and he revenges, I don't know, like a random Gordo you toss out, then that's scary. And you just gotta worry about again. You just gotta play the neutral well because he struggles in it. Just play lame, outspace him with forward tilt, back air, whatnot. Inhale him a bunch because it's really good in the matchup. Just watch out for his side B, which he could react to, ledge trap him, dash attack his recovery, and yeah. Alright, now we're on to the DLC. Now, I would consider Plant to be our best matchup, because everything we do it destroys this character. Patui is not scary unless we are at the ledge. That is the only point where Patui is a threat. In the neutral, it is not scary. If he shoots it up, you see it. Like you could react to it, and then you just inhale it, and then you reflect it. And if not, you shield it, and then oh well, whatever. But yeah, if you reflect it, he takes like 30% from it, and then you could down tilt combo into it after, and then he takes like 50. It's like it's insane. He's not that fast. His buttons are not good. A lot of his stuff is not safe. You could shield grab a lot of his things. He doesn't have insane like burst options, except maybe like dash attack, but that's it. And again, you could punish that. He doesn't have crazy good combo damage. We outrange him, we beat him in the neutral, we juggle him, his disadvantage sucks. Dash attack murders his up B. He can't really get off the ledge besides like Pachuli the Gordo, but he's still at the ledge. So he's still in a bad position. No matter how you look at it, we just fuck up this character. Like, Dedede really just destroys Plant. It really is only bad for us once we are at the ledge. That's when Plant really shines, but that's really the only thing Plant has going for him. And honestly, Plant is not a good character, to be honest. So yeah. Alright, now we got Joker. I think Jokers need to play more lame. If they camp with gun inside B, what do we do? Like, it's so hard for us to get in. Like, it doesn't do much damage, but it's just like it's really hard for us to get in. But that being said, Joker should not be killing us in base form. Well, he should only be killing us with Arsene, realistically. Like, that's what should be happening if you're playing correctly. This character's disadvantage is surprisingly not that good. Like, I know he has the down gun, but like if you position yourself correctly, you could just be you could challenge it and just up air it. And because our upper is so disjointed, like that is an option you could do. And if not, just go to the side and maybe just try to hit him from it, because that move was kind of gutted, like at least the hitbox. And I didn't realize the old hitbox looked like that. That was disgusting. How did they think that was okay? At the ledge, he can't really do much. He has some, like the neutral's a little difficult because his mobility is really good. It's just like we just need a few hits, and then he can't get off the ledge. Again, we could juggle him pretty well. When he has Arsene, we actually have really good ways of just getting rid of Arsene, because our throws they get rid of a ton of the Arsene meter, and inhales again also gets rid of like a quarter of the Arsene, maybe a third of it. Like, it's insane. We could inhale the side Vs and stuff. We just gotta play patient around the guns and stuff. It's hard to get in, but it's possible. At the ledge, we just gotta make the most of our ledge traps, outrange them, forward tilt them a bunch, Don't try to challenge, like, don't try to do a shield grab on Arsene back here or something. Like, just chill, like, be calm. If Joker with Arsene has to recover, we just dash attack that, and yeah, he dies, because Arsene up B sucks because it gets 2-framed really easily. So yeah, I think Jokers just need to play more lame, and I think if they do, this might go to a -2, but you know what? It's a -1 for now. Alright, then we got Hero. I think this is another one where I consider this to be -1. It's not, the neutral isn't that bad because he's not that fast. The only thing is we just have to approach, which is that's the thing. Like, we have to approach, and with the buffs, it's like super scary because he just one-shot shields. He could do like insane damage with just a few hits. And I think with the buffs, his moves become more safe on shield, so you can't really shield grab his things after. With Accelerate, we literally just cannot play the game. We just have to sit in shields and stuff and just wait it out. We can't edge guard him because he just gets zoom, and that kind of sucks because if he gets zoom, he just gets past the ledge traps and you have to play more neutral again. So, and also side B, and also maybe neutral B, but not really. It's mostly side B. Like, that is a ridiculous move that you have to respect, and you have to be careful. So yeah, overall, this matchup isn't bad because his disadvantage is pretty poor. If he doesn't have mana, then great. He can't do anything. We just juggle the shit out of him. If he doesn't have any buffs, that's great. Then just inhale him a bunch. Like, if you see him, if he has only like projectile spells from the draw, just hold inhale. What can you do? If he gets bounced, then oh well. Be smart. Don't throw Gordos. Then that's what we should be doing. Using that move less. But me and you, all the Dedede players, we don't do that. We were throwing Gordos anyways. Yeah, just don't chuck out YOLO Gordos in the neutral, because you could just side B that and you take like 25% and then get hit by the Gordo. It's like, don't do that. If he doesn't have buffs, he could shield grab a lot of his things. And even then, you could also just kind of space him out with like forward tilt and stuff. If he doesn't have zoom and has to recover, then we should be able to just edge guard him, and if not, dash attack two frame him, and he just dies. And also, he can't really get off the ledge if he doesn't have bounce. So yeah, this matchup is pretty lame. I don't like this character, but yeah, it's not awful. Okay, so we have Banjo, which I say this matchup is even. I played this matchup offline, and I won't lie, I did pretty bad. Maybe not bad. I didn't play the best. I just threw out a bunch of bad inhales and stuff, so I could have done better. And you know what? Yeah, I do think it's even. It's like, you just gotta play patient around eggs and stuff. You can't throw out stupid Gordos. You can't throw out really bad inhales because if you throw out an inhale and you inhale a projectile, the Banjo can see that coming a mile away and just Wonder Wing you and punish you. So you have to inhale mostly the grenades. That's usually when it's best used, and it's pretty good in the matchup overall. And also you can inhale Wonder Wing and stuff. Banjo's disadvantage is not that good. You can two frame his up B really well. You ledge trap him pretty well. The only thing you have to worry about from him is when he does like drop down ledge into the grenade to hit back the Gordo and stuff. But that's like risky because if you hard read that with like a dash attack, he dies at like nothing. And or you could just like lob a Gordo over the grenade, which that's another thing you could do. Again, the neutral is just patience. Just hold shield a lot. Don't do dumb options, and you could shield grab a lot of his moves because his safest aerial is like fair and it's like -9, and if he doesn't do it correctly, you could shield grab it anyways. So yeah, this character sucks as well. Like Banjo's not that good in my opinion. So yeah, now we got Terry. This is this one's pretty rough. He's probably the best Shoto versus Dedede because he's kind of like the best of both worlds. He has like a ridiculous burst option. Like he has easily the best burst option in like the neutral, which he just throws. He could just throw out crack shoots, and you just can't react to it, and it's insane. It has a ridiculous hitbox. It just beats Gordo. It beats a lot of things in general. Like you have to respect him in the mid range. Like you can't just throw out stupid options. Like you have to be careful. He has really good out of shield options with like Nair and stuff. Like you had to just space backers on him. You don't try to cross him up because he has down auto turnaround, down tilt stuff. Don't try to punish his things. Like don't try to shield grab his stuff because it's a Shoto. They're not punishable. When he's in disadvantage, like a lot of Terrys like to do just power dunk mix-ups, which you could see that coming a mile away, and you have a lot of options to punish them, which I don't see a lot of people do enough. You have to do that. And at the ledge, you can't really get off the ledge. You also edge guard Terry pretty well. It's just the neutral it's not in our favor because he could just play lane with power wave and stuff, and then just burst option and just throw out crack shoots that you have to respect. I'm saying it's crack shoots, not burning knuckle. Burning knuckle's the fire one. The crack shoots is the kick one. It's just crack shoot. Crack shoot is what makes this matchup, in my opinion, really hard. But it's not awful because again it just requires us to just not do dumb options in the mid range, and we just have to respect him more. And if we get advantage, and we really kind of destroy this character. So next up we got Byleth. This one I really like fighting Byleth in general. I think it's a pretty fun matchup. I think Byleth is a pretty cool character. It's just mostly neutral base with two slow characters with a lot of range. You both destroy each other in the advantage, which is why I think it's even. If Byleth does not space their moves correctly, you could shield grab them. Their disadvantage, they don't have a lot of options in disadvantage. Like when you're juggling them, they can't do much, like besides maybe like dare or something, but they can't really do much. Byleth does not have good out of shield options on you, so you could pressure their shield pretty well. they can't get off the ledge. Besides maybe like tether recovering with like a side B and stuff. But like that, they're still in a bad position, and they're still at the ledge, so it doesn't matter too much. It's just, however, if Violet is playing correctly and is spacing their fares really well, and just and also Nair is ridiculous. Like Violet Nair is insane. It's so good, and it's really hard to punish. And it could also like cross up and stuff and combo into dash attack. And also, if we're at the ledge, you see Violet charging a forward smash, please do not be dumb like me and like try to like jump Gordo that. Like, don't do that. You'll lose the trade. You'll die at 40. Just don't do that. Okay. So yeah, overall it's a pretty fun matchup that's mostly neutral based. You destroy each other in the advantage, and I think it's pretty fun. And also like Atomisk versus Leo, like it was pretty even for the most part, except for the last game. But you know that's just Leo. It's inevitable. But yeah, so I think that just kind of shows it's pretty even overall. So then now we got Fighter Pass 2, which like compared to Fighter Pass 1, Dedede gets fucked up by Fighter Pass 2. So no, I wouldn't say that. We'll get to those characters. I think Min. This is like my least favorite. This is easily my least favorite character in the game. This character makes me rage. Well, maybe not rage, just internally rage. This character is poorly designed. Why did we add this character? Who wanted an ARMS character in Smash, man? Why did they design her like this? Okay, there's my rant out of the way. Anyways, yeah, this character plays, with Ram and stuff. It's so hard to get in. At the ledge, we can't really get off the ledge because her ledge trapping's broken. She is literally out of all the threat ranges where Dedede's best ledge options are effective, which is the Gordo get up or the jump inhale. Like, all that's gone out the trash. Like, that just does not work. Unless you're a god and you time a Gordo get up really well to where the Gordo, it blocks the arm and then it's reflected at Min. But the odds of that they're very low. I've done it before, but it's very low. In general, it's just so hard to just approach this character, and also she has combos. Like, she does a ton of damage. Like, why? Like, she doesn't need that. She does insane damage off of like one hit. She gets like 40%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for this type of character, that's dumb. And even still, you could just get comboed off stage and die earlier, which is just like, why? Well, who thought this was okay? And then, like, the only thing, like, the thing is that with the way she plays, she is cornering herself, like, for the most part, and that just gives you time to, like, find out what she does, punish her options, like, get her off stage, the ledge trapper, she can't really do much, edge guarder, you can edge guard her really well. It's just like, it's just with these types of characters, it's hell to get in. Once you get in, you just destroy them. That's just how it is. It's just this character. Oh god. I'm sorry, I fucking hate this character. Okay, so now this is the character I think people know me, which not many do, but like people that know me, they know my feelings about this matchup, which I got hella ratios on Twitter for saying this to Atomisk. And I'm just like, yo, Dedede versus Steve. So Dedede versus Steve. Everyone thinks that Dedede gets destroyed by this character, and Steve's players agree, or they think it's like at worst this could be like -1. However, my crackhead is like, you know what? I firmly believe this shit. It's even. And this is not a meme. I believe this is even, and I will try to explain why. Okay, I will try my best. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. Okay, so like this character is neutral. It's not good. Dedede fucks up this character in the neutral because let's be honest, Steve. People just think his neutral's good because he forces you to approach, which is true. But once he gets all his resources, what does that mean? Like, he has to eventually make a move in, and that's just where he struggles. And Dedede just destroys him in the neutral because his neutral is not good. Like, we outrange him with forward tilt and stuff, like, and he can't punish it. His out of shield options are bad. We just Full hop back air him a lot because back air is super good in this matchup. And then now let's talk about his camping. If Steve goes to build a three block tower and start mining, Dedede has one of the better options to stop him from mining, which is to lob a Gordo over the wall because of his projectile's unique, which forces him to shield, gives us time to break the walls, and then that opens up for neutral. And again, I talked about how DDD does pretty well in the neutral because Steve has a lack of range, and his out of shield options are not good. He can't really punish us for going for like back airs and stuff, or nairs, or like forward tilt and stuff. And also like his moves aren't really that safe. Like if he does like a dash attack, you could shield grab that. A back air and a forward air, you could shield grab that. So like, yeah, there's that. Now, and again, the camping I discussed. Now let's talk about the biggest thing, which is the mine cart. Like I'm telling you, I see so many people just play impatient around this move. They just play like Ron. They they don't challenge the move correctly. They just get hit by it a lot. They get hit by the command grab version a lot. I'm just like people. You gotta play. You gotta play more patient. You just gotta bait it out hard. For the most part, like with the way Steve plays, the way he can only use minecart. Like you see players all the time, even the good ones. They use minecart in the most obvious way, but I still see people getting hit by it, and I'm like, I don't get it. And for DD specifically, he has just really good options to just deal with minecart. Like forwarder just beats it out. You could just beat it out with backer as well, and even better if you have the best option, which is inhale, which not only does that just beat out, it just beats the minecart and it gives you stage control, which is really important. Steve without stage control, it just sucks. Like once he's at the ledge, it's just great. You have great positioning. He has no materials, and that's another thing. DD is really good. Like in the matchup in general, like Steve just burns materials. So, and that's what you want. And once he burn, you want him to keep burning materials because without iron, he's helpless. His disadvantage is 10 times worse. He has no anvils to threaten you. To like potentially die at like 80 because were a bit too risky to juggle him. You don't have to worry about that. You don't got to worry about some mine carts and stuff. Like it makes his recovery a lot worse. Like it's just in general, that's what you just got to do. And you beat him hard in the neutral. At the ledge, that's he does have good options to deal with the ledge traps. The problem is that they're risky. So like I see Steve players, they like up beat down under the stage and go to the other side, which like you could do that, but you're still at the ledge. So like that doesn't accomplish much. If you drop down to put a block and just like wait out the Gordo, that's a good option. The problem is that that's risky because if the DDD player like realizes that, they could like dash attack you once you try to re-grab, which and just two frame you. So that's another thing which is risky. And then from there, they just have to play around the Gordo ledge trap and stuff. And there's also like the gimmicky up B from ledge stuff, but like that's not too bad. It's just like in general, I just believe DD has all the I just believe he has the tools to just fight Steve. He could fight Steve well at his camping game. He could deal with minecart really well. In the neutral, he just fights his character really well. He destroys his character in disadvantage. I know I'm probably crazy for this, but I just believe DD versus Steve. It's not bad. Like the only scary thing Steve has is when is that low percent where we're getting hit by combos and like last stock diamond where we could die pretty early from like a diamond back here. And that's really it. That's the only time this character's scary. And even still, this character's combo starters are so predictable and they're so short range. And I talk about how DDD just has better range and beats him in the neutral. Like he should not be like for the most part, you should be getting hit by stray hits more than his combo starters, which is from up tilt and stuff. So like like I don't know what to say. And also like when we're at the ledge, his TNT ledge traps are at first they're scary, but like they're mostly gimmicks for the most part. Like you have options to get past them. Like the one where he puts a TNT like on a platform. The first time I got my shield broken because I didn't know what that was, and then I realized, wait, I could just Gordo that, chop down Ledge Gordo, hit it, and then it's like, great, it's out of the way. And then, you know what? And then I just gotta stall or something, so I don't die because he tries to two-frame me, stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I do believe this matchup is even. I don't know if I've convinced anyone. I mean, everyone thinks I'm probably stupid for this still, but it's just fine. I don't care. I was like, I understand why. And honestly, and now keep in mind, like this doesn't mean this is my final opinion on this matchup. This could very well change. I could eventually see this as being not good. Like as the Steve meta progresses, maybe Dedede gets nerfed again and Steve gets some buff to minecart or something, and then it becomes worse. So it's like, okay, that's fair. I'll accept it. It's just at this moment, I do firmly believe this matchup is even. And also, let me just address this. If people, actually, two things. For one, so many Steve players leave FD open, like even the good ones, like, and that's another thing I'll discuss eventually. But like, yeah, so like so many Steve players leave FD open. If you could go FD, please go FD. Like, don't take him to PS2 or Battlefield or something. I don't know why you would do that because you give him platforms to camp under, which makes his camping much more difficult to deal with. But like without FD, he has to like he can't do that. His camping game is much worse. His little block thing, it's not nearly as effective. Just like if you could take him to FD, please take him to FD. I'm telling you guys, it's his worst stage. Maybe not his worst stage, but like it's a stage that is usually open, and that's the best option against him. Okay, anyways, next thing. Uh, so like if people that say I'm fighting against ass Steves and that's why I think it's even, that's not true. Okay, I fought against good Steve players like Jake. Uh, I think it was like this guy's like he was called like Trey Five or something. He was like really good, and it was like Chewy Hobo. He's like another really good Steve as well. Like all these Steves, like they are like really good Steve players that get you pretty good results. And I almost beat like all of them. Like actually I beat one of them. The other ones, why I didn't beat, they were all like last stock, last hit, and I just kind of fucked up. So and like again, Jake's like he got like 25th at Riptide, and like I almost beat him. So like I don't know what to say. Like I really just believe this matchup is even. If it was really this bad, I don't think you would. Like I don't think like Adamus versus Steve. Like I know he's really good and stuff, but like even still, if it was really truly his worst matchup, I don't think he would just be having games with Steve be that close. And I don't know. Just okay. This is the longest rant or the longest discussion I had with the character because I tried my best to explain why I have this opinion on why I think Steve is even. So yeah, that's done. If you'd still disagree, that's fine. I respect it. I get it. So yeah. All right, let's finish this up. We got three more. We got Sephiroth. I think this one's -1 because he plays really lame by snapping his fingers like this. Ha ha ha. He snaps his fingers, and then he does the little forward air stab. Makes it really hard for us to get in. When we're at the ledge, he just kind of F tilts us. It's really hard to get off the ledge. He kind of down air spikes us if we're really predictable with our up Bs. And then besides that, it's just like we just gotta run and shield a lot, shield grab his things. Don't do that too predictably though, because he could down smash us our shield. He's super light. His disadvantage is pretty poor. At the ledge, you just gotta worry about drop down fair or some really dumb stall techniques that they do. And also his shield's like really bad. So like if you backer his shield, he'll get shield poked by the next up tilt you throw out. And because he's super light, he dies at like 90. Just up tilt, boom, he dies. So I think his matchup will get worse over time if Sephiroth gets more optimized. So yeah, but I think at the moment I think it's -1. And who knows? Maybe it's not as bad. It could be even, but I don't think so. All right, so now we got Pyramithra. This character's bullshit. This character's bullshit. I know this is like, oh god. Okay, so like if we were to just look at these two individually, Mithra I would put it in -1 because she can't kill you, but bodies you in neutral. Pyra can kill you, but her neutral's fucking garbage. and you could deal with her. So it's like I would put it in like even, but if you combine with their combined powers, it's stupid and it's dumb. So we just this might be our in my opinion this might be our worst matchup because Mythra wins neutral for free. She could just mash on you and you just have to respect it. You can't really do much. When we're at like she frame traps us, she just while her combos aren't that damaging, they just put us in such bad positions. And it doesn't even matter if she doesn't do that much damage and she has to win more neutral interactions. It doesn't matter because she wins neutral for free. Like Mythra players should not be losing neutral to Dedede. Like it just should not be happening. And then like once we're at like 90-ish or something and we're in disadvantage, she could just swap to Pyra and we take even more damage or just lose a stock really early. It's just a really lame matchup that is just it's dumb. Like its character's broken, man. I don't know what to say. The only thing we have is like just their disadvantage is terrible. Like we have to like the thing in the matchup is we have to swing first. Like we have to preemptively like forward tilt or like B reverse inhale like Mythra running in, and we have to just and when we get advantage we have to make the most of it. This is another character we just have to make the most of it because we will not be winning neutral much against this character. Like it just won't be happening. So when we win neutral, we gotta just like do like we gotta play like top level. Like you can't be messing up. You can't be throwing. Just you gotta play. We gotta play right, man. If they're at the ledge, just ledge trap the shit out of them. They can't really do much. If they have to, if you know they have to up B, then great. Dash attack two frame them. They just die. If Mythra is gonna side B, you could just jet hammer that and you armor through the side B, and then she dies. And that's another thing. Mythra has just dumb burst options with like side B and dash attack that you just cannot react to. So it's like, yeah, this matchup's lame as shit, and I take this character's broken. This might be, is it? I don't think it's controversial to say this character is top 2 now. I'd say top 3, but yeah, that's the story for another day. All right, the last character, Kazuya. I just think this is even. This is probably the simplest thing to talk about. We destroy this character in the neutral. We ledge trap him pretty well. His disadvantage is really bad. We outrange him. His projectile isn't good. He lacks range. He's slow. He doesn't anti-air us well because of his jump squat. The problem is that all it takes is one hit, and then we are either dying or at 80%, and we're in a terrible position. And that's really the simplest way I could put it. And it's really all I could say about Kazuya. Like, that's really just the character. He's bad in other ways, but all he needs is all he needs is 2 interactions. So just because of that, it's even. So yeah, you know what? That's my Dedede matchup chart. Again, this is not final. I might just do a final matchup chart video eventually once all the patch notes are done and the final character's out. And who knows? Maybe some of these matchups will not be as bad. Maybe Dedede will get some notable buffs that really help him in some matchups. Maybe some characters will be nerfed, and that makes it easier for us. Who knows? But yeah, that's the end of this video. So yeah, bye.